All right, so you're thinking about moving into Orlando, Florida, specifically into Avalon Park. If that is the case, this is the video for you. My name is Omar Cotto, and this is Real Orlando Living. I get calls, texts, and email from people just like you every day, looking to make the move in and around Orlando. If that's you, go ahead, shoot me a call, shoot me a text, shoot me an email. All my information is down below in the contact information in the description, and I can help you make a smooth move. Other than that, let's go ahead and get right into the video. So I'm standing here in downtown Avalon Park. It's a beautiful area. Like I said, it was developed back in the mid 2000s. Actually, it began in 1995, but it didn't start taking fruition until about 2002, 2005. So by the time the downturn happened back in 2008, this is one of the first areas to get really affected by it. Builders were building, people were getting into very expensive houses. So a lot of houses in this area went into foreclosure, went into short sale. This was a prime area for that. At that price point back then, it drove a lot of people to go ahead and move here, and they stayed here. At the same time, they built a beautiful community where people actually care about each other. They care about small business. They care about things that happen in and out the week. So you can go on the Avalon Park website and on their Facebook page, and you got things to do just about every time of the year. What I love about Avalon Park is that it has just about every which way of living in Orlando. If you want to start out by living in a townhome, you got that here. If you want to have condos or apartments, you got those all around that area. If you want a house with zero lot lines where you don't want to maintain anything, but you want a nice house inside, and you want like a rear entry garage, that has that here. If you want a suburban house that has somewhat some good land and a nice way of living, they have that here. Or if you're looking for a little mini McMansion, same thing. A lot of people that move here always think to themselves, hey, do I move into the further suburbs up to the good school districts, or in like, let's say Oviedo, Winter Springs, or in Seminole County, or do I stay closer to downtown like what this is? The good thing about Avalon Park is that we're about 25 minutes from downtown. We're less than 20 minutes from the airport. You're about 30 minutes from Disney, and you're less, I'm talking about like probably 50 minutes from Cocoa Beach, which is a very popular destination. So Avalon itself is publicly situated as one of those suburban little communities that is self-sustaining. You can eat here. You can go shopping in Waterford Lakes, which is literally not even 10 minutes away. So it's just so much to do here. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go and drive around the neighborhood and take you to the first house that fits your profile. All right, so we're gonna head into our first property. Even within downtown, it takes a little bit, like within downtown Avalon, it takes like 9 minutes to get there. Make sure I'm driving safe. I don't want y'all to report me. You got barber shops, you got pizza shops, you got nail spots, Subway, you name it. My old barber, he's there now. All right, so we're here at our first house. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's around 1,650 square feet. It's currently listed for $425,000. It's around $252 a square foot. And this is kind of the entry point of the type of house you're gonna get here in Avalon Park. It could start at a townhomes that could range within the 300,000, in the mid 300s up to the 400 range. If you want the new townhomes, you can go into the 400 range. But these are the first types of single-family home, we call the starter homes, around the 1,600 square footer homes. So these are really cool. If you look at the area, this house was built in 2005, so that was the time that this area got kind of got going, and it was right as the market was starting to get fever pitch back in before the bust of 2008. If you look around the area, so this house is $425,000, but if you see the neighbors' houses, that one could be around $500,000, and that one could be in the mid fours. So you have quite a different range right here in this cul-de-sac that kind of matches this house. Say you don't want to do the beginner home, you want to do the move-up home. You have some money, you have some equity. We're going to go to the next house that's also in this neighborhood, but it's like a step above. If it's in the $500,000 to $600,000 range. Let's go. As you start to see, it starts to change just a little bit. This home right now is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,825 square feet. So it's around $212 a square foot. So the larger you start getting, the lower in the square footage you start to see the pricing. And right now, this is priced at $599,000. This particular home has been in the market for 5 days, so it hasn't been on for long. So when you start to look at this kind of house compared to the house we just came from, it doesn't have the 3-car garage that everybody's looking for. A lot of people say, hey, well, I want the 3-car garage. That's very hard to get over here under $600,000. But this one is beautiful. It's 2 stories. It's got a beautiful color. If you look inside, it's semi-updated. So the house was built in 2005. So they started updating probably within the last 5 or 6 years as they got new homeowners. So now you start to get a different kind of feel of a house. If you look over here, the house next door, I love to see that. That is a homeowner that's taking care of the house. That they're trying to put in pavers right now. It's got a beautiful facade. So the house we just came from that's in the low 400, this one right here is going to be in the higher 400. It could be at 500,000 if they decide to put it on the market today. But that's the stuff you start to see when you start getting the $500,000 price point here at Avalon Park. You start to see houses that got a little bit better finishes. You might start to see the laminate goes away. You start to see granite, or we're not getting the quartz just yet. But if you have an overzealous homeowner, they might go into quartz, but more likely not. You're going to see granite. You're going to see stainless steel appliances. It's 2,800 square feet. I mean, compare that to a 1,600 square foot house. That is a much bigger feeling house. These houses, if you go down the line, if you start seeing in the $500,000 price range, the facade starts getting a little nicer. You start seeing brick finishes, brick fascia in the elevation. The paint colors are upgraded. Some of these folks, if you look at this house right here, they have solar. So some of the house right now in the market, there's like this big fight on whether you should get the solar and the buyer pay for it or the seller pay for it. In this price range, you're going to start to see that because people have been in these homes for 18 years now, and they probably replaced a roof and they put a solar in because they don't want it in this Florida heat right now, and the AC is pumping. So they were probably paying between $300 and $400 a month, and they're like over with that. So they went and got solar. So now they're probably paying nothing or less than $100 a month in electric bill, if that. Let's go ahead and move to the bigger home. If you're looking to really, really upgrade, and the next home I'm about to take you to is a really good comparison if you're trying to move into the suburbs of Seminole County, into Lake Nona, or into Baldwin Park. The $700,000 price point is the one that's kind of competitive right now in the middle to upper tier. Let's go. So we're in our last community, our last house. This home right here is $714,900. So it's right at that $700,000 price point. It's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,300 square foot home. It's at $216 a square foot. So the higher the square footage, the lower the price you start seeing the price per square foot goes. But this is a perfect example. This house right here was built in 2019. So as you see, the houses that we went to before was the original Avalon Lakes homes. When you start getting into the more premium side, you have Stony Brook. If you want to count that as Avalon Park, you can go to Stony Brook, or you can get a community like this, which is Rosedale, where you get almost a brand new home. It's a 2019 home. So these type of houses at this price point, now you're starting to see the higher square footage. This was at 3,300 square feet. It has probably granite or even quartz countertop. It's going to have the high-end finishes. You're going to start to see crown molding. You will also start to see that the houses themselves are in much better condition. And it's got the more modern numbers that you're going to see. The neighborhood itself is pretty well kept. So if you start to see at the $700,000 price point, all the lawns are well manicured. The pluses to this, something like this, is that you're getting something that's almost new in the city of Orlando. You get something that's really close to Waterford Lakes. You get something that you can go shopping, you can go eating really close to. So that's the very good pros about being here. Another one of the cons is that you don't see the 3-car garage at this price point, which, a lot of you call me, hey, is there a 3-car garage? There's something about the 3-car garage. You could do your gym in there. You could do extra storage if you want to. But if you get in some of these have a tandem 3-car garage, which means that you have 2-car garage right next to each other, and then right behind it is an additional parking space. This is the kind of neighborhood that you get into when you're thinking about moving to Lake Nona at the $700,000 price point. That's a good Lake Nona price point, and that's a good East Orlando. Like if you come into East Orlando, you get a much more premium property at that price point. If you're looking for an easy move, or if you're looking to be the first one on the market to know what's going on, tap the notification bell, hit the subscribe, and my information is in the link below with everything that you need to do to get in contact with me. Other than that, I look forward to seeing you on our future videos. Let's go.